Hey everyone, a big update for CloseBot that I'm really excited about. We have a change to our usage-based pricing for our agencies that's going to help you out in 4 huge ways. The first one is pricing. That's not the one that we are most excited about ourselves, since we're focused on like quality, reliability, which are also positively affected by this, but we know that pricing is super important to you guys as you scale your business. And this is a huge pricing benefit for you guys. We ran the numbers, and previously with CloseBot's pricing, when we were charging 0.006 per message on top of your token fees, the average we were seeing is you guys were paying about 2 cents per message. That was 1.4 cents to OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini on average. And now that's changing to 0. So what you're going to see is you're paying 0 to your token provider, AI provider, and you're going to be paying 1.2 cents to CloseBot. So before, your average price was about 2 cents per message. It's going to drop to about 1.2 cents per message with this update. Number 2, better quality. So previously, when you guys put in your API key for, say, Anthropic or Gemini, those are good examples. People like to use those because they sound really conversational, but they're really bad at doing things like updating contact fields and properties and booking appointments, that kind of stuff that happens behind the scenes before the final reply. It's not as good at. For that, we like to use other models. And we couldn't do that if you just put in your Gemini or Anthropic keys, because we didn't have a way to bill you for that usage. Now we're free to use whatever models we want during that in-between phase, and we'll use the model you've selected for the final reply. So we get much greater quality and reliability. The next thing is reliability. When we roll this out, we'll be using our keys. You guys no longer have to manage your keys. And that means you no longer have to worry about your trust score, we call it, your tier with the provider. For any of you guys that have gotten started recently, you've likely run into the issue of rate limiting. With OpenAI, for example, they have 5 different tiers of usage that they allow. And when you're a brand new agency using your API key, they cut you off at a certain amount unless you do a couple key things in OpenAI to improve your tier quicker. When it comes down to it, it takes time, and that can mean you have downtime while your clients are trying to get up and running, and that can drastically hurt your business. Other than that, we have to rely on you guys to know how to handle API keys adequately. We've seen examples of people accidentally sharing a screen share that shows their API key. People use that, and then it blows up their usage, and they think it's CloseBot using that usage. When it comes down to it, that's not something that you guys as marketing agencies should have to worry about. So that's another benefit to this. So we have pricing, quality, reliability. The last is compliance. I've talked about this a little bit in some of my social posts, but if you guys didn't know, any application that has you put in your own API key is not HIPAA compliant. Even if you're paying extra for HIPAA for some of these applications, if you are inputting your API key for usage, that is automatically not HIPAA compliant, and you could get in trouble for that. We are working with Vanta toward our HIPAA compliance in 2026, and this is one of the things we need to do to make sure all accounts are easily able to maintain their HIPAA compliance if that's something they need. So we're really excited about this, but we know big changes can raise a lot of questions. Hopefully I answered most of these here, but if there are any questions I haven't answered, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I'll pop in and answer them. If you're seeing this early, we also have a live Q&A call that we'll be doing, and we'll post a recording of that as well. So come to that. We have a blog, we have this video, we have an awesome community where you can ask questions. When it comes down to it, we are making these sort of changes as quickly as possible because we have back-end stuff on our end that we want to roll out that's waiting on this. We appreciate you drastically. I know changes like this can be stressful, but every single item is good news for you. Side note, this doesn't affect business plans in any way. So if you're on a business plan, nothing changes. This is just for those agency plans. You'll now have better quality, better pricing, higher reliability, and better compliance in the future. Thank you.